Hello everyone, I hope all doing well. This is my channel Learn More. In this channel, I will upload the videos based on coding. In this first video, I want to give brief description about C language. By seeing this video, you can get a clear view what is C language within few minutes. Here we go. The first question arises, what is C language, right? C language is nothing but it is a basic programming language that every programmer should start with the C language, and it is a step-by-step procedure, and it is initially developed by Dennis Ritchie and in the operating system Unix. And the main features of C language is nothing but low-level access to memory, simple set of keywords, fast execution, and memory management. So many built-in libraries and clean style. It is a perfect clean style, and it will execute step-by-step procedure. And it is also used in fundamentals of computer theories like computer networks and computer architecture and operating systems. We can directly create the process or terminate the process, or we can create the child process, or we can uh, give the connections like TCP and UDP. And next one is sample program, high-level program. When we see a program, we are going to know what is program, what is its uses, right? The program is nothing but it is a task. We have to execute it. We have to give some input and we have to get some output, right? Here is a sample program, first program, that is hello, and include .studio.h. It is nothing but a header file, and intman is nothing but entry point to a C program, and printf is nothing but we have to get some output, right? So by using this printf we can get some output, and we can see here output is hello world. And studio.h is nothing but it is a standard input output library functions, and printf is one of the function in it. And we have a different C header files, include stdlib and string.h, math.h, alloc.h, and conio.h. And next one is variables in C. Variable is nothing but we are giving a name to a specified variable, and according to that name the memory is allocated in the computer. And by using this variable name we can easily identify and we can easily access the data or the memory for that variable. And we can do many manipulations for that variable, and we can change any data change to any data type. And here is the simple variable declaration, what is the type of the data and what is the name of the variable. For example, here we can see int x equal to 5. In mathematics we can see that let x equal to something and y equal to something, like that. In C we will declare like that. And types of the variables, we have 5 types of variables. First one is local variable. It is inside a block, and it is within a function, that's it. And the local variable, it is outside the block and it can access to any block of the program. And static variable, it is nothing but if a programmer want to variable should be constant and it can be used in multiple C programs, so we can use the static variable. And automatic variable is nothing but it is automatically declared within it, and we should not we should not cannot specify it. And external variable, it is also similar to the global variable, but we can share a variable in different C source files. And you can you have a question like what is the source file, right? Source file is nothing but we can write the program in it and compile in it. In C, in Unix we have C compiler or GCC compiler or CC compiler. By using this compiler, we can debug the error. After the program is not having any errors, then it will go to the execution part, and after the execution part we will get the output or result. Next one is data types in C. We have 4 types of data types. First one is basic data type, derived data type, enumeration data type, void data type. What is data type? Data type is nothing but we are giving it data to a type that is like integers, characters, like that. In basic data type we are having the integers, characters and float values. Float values are nothing but decimal values, and double values is nothing but upper level of a float value. And derived data type, it is a collection of or a set of integers, characters or float variables. And enumeration data type, enumeration data type is nothing but it is a set of constants. And void data type is nothing but empty. And keywords in C, keywords in C is nothing but a keyword that is a constant, and it is identified by the compiler that it is a reserved word, and it is useful to write the syntaxes and conditions. These are predefined, and these are the list of 32 keywords. And identifiers in C, identifiers in C is nothing but the user will create a variables with specified rules, like you should not be started with digit, it should not be started with comma, it should not be started with underscore, like that. And next one is C operators. C operators are nothing but the operators like in mathematics we can use x plus y, x minus y, x division by y, like that. These are the operations, and these are the types of the operations. Arithmetic operations are come under the addition, subtraction, multiplication, like that. And relational operations are nothing but comparison. And shift operators are nothing but shifting 2 bytes, shifting 3 bytes, or left shift or right shift, like that. Logical operators are nothing but converting or doing operations on the zeros and ones. It was also same. And conditional operator is nothing but question mark. And assignment operator is nothing but assigning some values from one variable to another variable, like x double equals to y, x not equals to y. It is also used in conditions. And the precedence of operators is nothing but we have already learned that Bodmer's rule, right? It is similar to the Bodmer's rule. And here is the how to access the how to execute one expression. If we have a large set of expressions, like which one should be executed first. By using these precedence of operators in C, we can tell that which expression should be which part of the expression should be executed first. Or from left to right we have to execute, or right to left we have to execute. That is always dependent upon this table. And these are the set of rules, like first one is postfix, unary, multiplicative, all is come under. And next one is comments in C. Comments in C nothing but we have 2 types. If we want to give something special information about the program or about the line in the program, we can just give some slashes, 2 slashes, and we can write if it is a line. If you want to write more number of lines and give more descriptive, right, we can use multi-line comments by using this format. And the first sample program, In this program we will give input and get output. The first one, we are included studio.h header file, and we are created integer variable, and we are accessing the integer variable by using the scanf function. Scanf function is nothing but it is the one predefined function in studio.h, and here printf it is used in printing the output, right? Here we are given the integer 4 and the output that is given is 4. You are thinking about scanf function, right? If you want to get something output, we have to declare some format specifiers like %d, and here are the different format specifiers. The first one is integer. In integer so many types are there. If we want to get output in the integer form, we can use %d. Otherwise we can use the hexadecimal for %x, octal for %o, like that. We can also get some decimal point values by using the 1f, 2f, 3f, %1f, 2f, like that. And if we want to get the character value, then we can use the %c. Otherwise if you want to use string and you want to get string variable, then we can use a %s. And if you want to convert one variable data type to another variable, we can use type conversion or typecasting, right? And type conversion is nothing but in example we can see that x is the variable, it is assigned a float type, right? Float data type. And y is the assigned with integer value. The float variable is now converted into integer variable by using the x equals to y. And typecasting is nothing but if we want the compiler to represent the value in certain way or in a certain data type, we will specify in brackets in the, like here we are using the salary as a float variable, and sal is the integer variable, right? We are converting a sal variable into integer variable like this, in this format. Next one is decision control and looping statements. In control branching statements, it is specified some condition. If the condition is satisfied, then it will enter into the block. Otherwise it will not enter. And the first one is if statement. If condition is if the condition is approved, then it will enter into the statement. And another one is there, if else statement. If condition is true, then it will enter into the statement. Otherwise it will enter into else statement. And another one is if else if loop statement. If the condition is right, then it will enter into the statements. Otherwise it will go to the else if statement. In this again another condition will be there. If this condition is satisfied, then it will enter into the statements. If this condition is not satisfied, then it will goes to the else statement. Next one is switch statement. Switch statement is nothing but we can give some cases like first case, second case, like that. Here also we can use this. By using this we can give some option, then it will check into it case 1 or case 2 or like that. If nothing, the case is it is satisfied, then it will go to the default statement. And next one is iterative statements. Iterative statements is nothing but iteration, repeating, like looping, right? The first one is for loop. For loop, firstly it is the syntax for loop. The first one is it should be initialized something variable, like I equal to 1 or I equal to 0, like that. It is initialized, then but the condition is checked. Then if the condition is true, then it will enter into the statements. Otherwise it will repeat or increment the value of I, and then again starts the looping. Next one is do while loop. It will enter normally into the statements. At last it will check the condition, while of condition, like that. And next one is while loop. It is in this program, above the while loop we are initializing something I equals to 0, like that. After that, according to the condition, it will enter into the statements. In the statements we have to increment the value, and again we have to do looping. If anything goes wrong in this looping, it will gives the infinite loop. And next one is the nested loops. Nested loop is nothing but, in a loop we are defining another loop. Here we can see, in a for loop we are declaring the another for loop, right? In looping we have to across some statements, or and we are using it normally, like break statement, continue statement, and go to statement. Break statement is nothing but, if we want to execute the loop, we have to declare the break statement in the middle, or if we can simply add in a decision control statement, and we can declare in that. And next one is continue statement. In YouTube videos we can see that skip button, like that. Yes, if we want to execute the remaining code by using this continue statement, we can do that, and it will go to the next iteration. And go to statement, the control will transfer to the specified label. And next one is the C functions. C functions are nothing but, if we have a large program, we have to divide we have to split into some parts, right? So functions are used to splitting. And this is the sample functions, and how we have to declare or define the function, and what is the prototype. Here we can see that, right? Every C program starts with the int main, right? Here we are declaring the integer variables, and we are accessing the n1 and n2 variables, and here we are calling the function, and it will goes to the function definition. Then it will sum the value, and it will sum the a and b and gives the result to the sum, and we will get the output of a plus b. Here this is a sample program, and we have to declare in predefinedly, that is called function prototype. And if you want to get the difference between what is call by value and call by reference, right, we have to know first of all what is actual and formal parameters. The formal parameters are nothing but, these are the parameters which are received by the function, and the actual parameters are nothing but what we have passed to the function, right? And call by value is nothing but, for actual parameters and formal parameters, it will allocate the memory differentially. If we want to change any values or formal parameters or actual parameters, it is not reflected to functions or and the values in it. If we want to reflect it, we can use call by reference. And call by reference is nothing but, it is linked with the addresses, and actual parameters and formal parameters are allocated with same locations. If we want to change anything, it is directly changes. And next topic is recursion functions. If you want to recurse a function, like repeat a function, recursion is nothing but repeating itself, right? Here you can see that int main recurs function, it will goes to the recurse function, and then it will continue to execute the statements in it, and in between them we can declare a function same as the name of the recurse function, right? Then it will go to the again it will go to the starting of the function, and again it will repeat, and we should declare any condition or like that to stop the recursion, otherwise it will give some garbage value. And next one is storage classes in C. Here are the 4 types of storage classes, and first one is auto. Auto is nothing but user for local variable, and it is also a default variable. And next one is nothing but global variable. It is used for data sharing also. And next one is static variable. It is used as a global and local variable also. And it is next one is register. Register is nothing but it stores inside the CPU registers, and you can see the life and storage where it is stored. Yes. Next one is arrays in C. Arrays in C is nothing but arrays is defined as the collection of similar type of data types. It is a collection of integers, or it is a collection of float values, or it is a collection of characters like that. Here we are declaring int marks of 5, right? It is the syntax for declaration. You can see here data type. If you want to declare any data type like integer, float, char like that, and we are giving something user defined array name and the size of the array. This is the declaration, and in memory it stores like from 0 it will start marks 0, marks 1, marks 2, marks 3, marks 4 like that. We can just give the values like marks of 0 equal to 80, and here we will get 80, or we can assign different values in it, and we can change the size, or we can dynamically allocate the size of an array. And this is the one-dimensional array. If you want to create a two-dimensional array, we can just use into data type and array name, how many rows we want, how many columns we want, and we can just give something like the two-dimension name and 4 rows 3 columns. It is the two-dimensional array. And we can create also 3-dimensional array also. It is sequentially allocated memory in the computer. If we can do any operations in it, like inserting some element into the middle of it, and searching the element in the list like that. Next topic is pointers in C. Pointers in C is nothing but we have to the variable is having some memory, right? Some memory allocation, right? We are getting that address of that variable by using these pointers. Here we can see here I am declaring a variable with 10, and it has some memory allocation, right? If we want to get that some memory allocation, then we are using the *p as a pointer declaration. Then we are assigning some variable address to the p. By printing p, we can get the address of the variable. In the pointers, we are having different types of pointers, and the first one is double pointer. A pointer which is pointing to the another pointer, that is called the double pointer. And null pointer is nothing but a pointer that is pointing to a null, or that not having any memory location, that is called null pointer. And dancing pointer is nothing but if we created any pointer and it is failed in the initialization, right? And something memory any memory is not allocated, right? Then it is considered as the dancing pointer in C. And this is nothing but dancing pointer is nothing but an exceptional case when it is not initialized with proper memory allocation. next topic is dynamic memory allocation in C. Dynamic memory allocation is nothing but if you want to create a memory or a size to a variables or like that at the runtime, not at the compile time, at the runtime, right? If we create a allocate memory at the runtime, we can see that in array we have given some max 5, right? Size of 5. I only declared only 4 values, and I didn't declare any value for the 5th one, so it is wastage of memory, right? So if we want to create or allocate the memory dynamically or at runtime, then then these functions are used to allocate memory, and it is under the stdlib header function. You can see malloc is nothing but it is allocated the required size of bytes, and these all functions are done under the pointers, right? And calloc is nothing but it will allocate the memory and initializes the first byte of the value with 0. And free is nothing but we can free the memory where it is not necessary, or if we declare it wrongly, then it will be used. And realloc is nothing but we will if we allocated something memory, if we want to reallocate, then you can use it. These are the declarations where we can use it. And next one is strings. We can see the characters, right? A group of characters is nothing but string, right? Here hello is declared. By using this format, we can access the hello like this within the quoted lines, and this is the end of the string, and it is also similar to the array, right? But specified address is allocated for each of the character in the string. And if you want to do any operations like that, or adding the strings, or reversing the strings, or comparing the string, or comparing or copying one string to another string, we can use these functions like strchr, strcmp for comparison, and strcpy for copying, appending for strcat, and strlength is finding the length of the string. These all come under the string.h header file. Next one is structures in C. Structures in C is nothing but group of heterogeneous data. In arrays we can see similar data, or we can see similar set of integers or similar set of float values. In structures we can get the different data types into together. You can see the syntax. Strut keyword is used to define the structure, and we can give any structure name, and these are the members of the structures. And if you want to access the member of the structure, we can directly element.member, then we can get the result. Next one is C unions. C unions are nothing but these are the user defined data type. It is similar to the structure, but only difference is we can see here, like here we declared 3 data types with different bytes, right? If we want to get these size of the even element, then we can just sum of it and gives the 7 bytes. In union, it will gives only the maximum size of one element. In these members, which one is having the maximum bytes, then it will give. Next one is C files. If we want to get the files from the local file system, we can use C files. We can read the file in the local system, or we can create any file and we can write in that, and we can update in that, and delete the files. All these are come under the C files. we can open it, delete it, create it, right? By using this format, we are declaring the file pointer, and here is the file pointer name fp, and we are just opening it the file name with the file name like xyz.txt or xyz.c file, or which mode is nothing but read or write or append modes. These are the three types of modes: read, write, and append. Read is nothing but reading the file, and write is nothing but writing in that file. And if we want to close the file, we can use just a function fclose. And if you want to read the function, just we use the fread function. Next one is fwrite function. If you want to get any output or input, then we can use fputtest or fgetS. If we want to input like scanf function, we have different functions like getS and puttest. Here in files also we have like fputs and fgets, right? And these are the interview questions asked by so many interviewers, list of them. What is the difference between C language and C++ or Java, like that? And these all are similar questions are asked by the interviewer. If you like this video, please like it. If you want to share this video to your friends and relatives like that, you can please share it. If you want to give any compliments or suggestions, please comment below. If you want to watch more videos from this channel, please subscribe it. Thank you. Bye bye.